Hi, my name is Justin, aka Ghost Shooter, and today I am going to be doing a review of, obviously, Stories from My Timeline by Akilah Hughes. This book was given to me by Penguin Teen, and this book comes out on September 24th. So if you want to go down to your bookstore and pick it up, you can do it on that day. Today is still a nice day. I thought I would have the sun, but the clouds have come out, but it's particularly nice here today, so I'm really enjoying sitting here, unlike some days where it's got a little bit chilly recently, but I thought this would be a perfect day to sit down and do this review. So this book by Akilah Hughes gives us a snapshots of her life, and she goes from when she was a young girl growing up in Kentucky all the way to making a career for herself and moving to New York. I think actually now, because I follow her on Twitter, she now has moved to Los Angeles, but I think when this book was written, she was still in New York. But basically, this memoir is different than other memoirs that I've read. And I haven't read many, but the last memoir I read on this channel, it kind of followed like it was kind of just a straight narrative. This book here kind of jumps around, so it's not, it kind of moves, from when she's younger to when she's older, but it's just kind of like a snapshot. So a story here from this particular part, like when she's younger to like when she's in like high school, then a snapshot from when she's moving to the city, instead of like the other memoir that I read where you just kind of have this narrative that kind of follows like from like one age and then moving chronologically all the way through. So with this, I really enjoyed it because those snapshots, each chapter is relatively short and is very succinct, and you kind of she does a very good job of telling her stories in very funny ways. I mean, she herself is a comedian, and so she does a really good job conveying conveying her stories in a really fun and interesting way. And while there are very, fun and uplifting stories, like in everyone's life, there are some, stories that also have, deep, that, you get hurt sometimes in your life. And she talks about some, there's some stories in here that talk about that as well. I don't want to really spoil anything, because I think that reading this book, you should kind of read each story with fresh eyes. So I'm just kind of giving like an idea of the stories that are in here. But yeah, you have some that are really like lighthearted and funny, and then you have some that deal with like really serious topics. And I think this, so just in general, like, living in a home where you don't have a lot of money, maybe making and losing friends, dealing with health issues and the healthcare system here in the United States, making it on your own and trying to do that necessarily for the first time, kind of taking a leap of faith and what that entails and how much courage you need to have in doing that. And so I think that this book provides many interesting lessons for, I think, people who are maybe young adults who are thinking about doing something where one, it may not be a sure thing. It may be take some risks to know that you do have value, that you should always think of yourself as having value, that you're gonna hit some bumps in the road and it's not going to be easy sailing, but that you can, like, in the end, with hard work, a bit of luck, you can make something of yourself, and especially in ways you may not have expected. Because for people like my age, YouTube, most of us stumble into YouTube. It's not something that we grew up, because for the most part YouTube was something that we kind of grew up being associated with, but it wasn't something like when I was younger, it was it was something brand new on the block. It wasn't like I grew up and YouTube stars were always around. So it's something that a lot of us stumbled into. So always kind of, I think, one lesson here is also that you can also serendipity. If a chance comes up and an opportunity comes up, take advantage of it. You never know what that may lead to. So I would give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I think it's a very easy read. I think that young adults will enjoy it. I think that even people older will enjoy it as well. It's a great memoir in my opinion. I had a few laughs. but also did some deep thinking on my part as well. So that is it for this review. If you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe. Let me know how I did down in the comment sections below. You can, if you like my channel, please subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at GhostReads28. You can also follow me on Instagram or just in the Ghost Reader, and also on Goodreads. The link to that is down in the description box below. So as always, keep reading.